Nearing the end of a Nintendo system's life, I expect the directs to be bad, especially if they're like, hey, we're not talking about the new console anytime soon. I didn't like the previous direct that much, so I didn't have that much hope for this one. And much like how I didn't have hope for the Xbox showcase and I ended up enjoying it, I really liked this direct. There was a lot shown off in this direct, so let me know what your favorite announcement was down below. I've seen a lot of people say different games online. The show opened with a new Mario and Luigi game, something nobody expected. Shoutouts to this guy on Twitter. Everything I thought during the direct is what everyone has been saying. I wasn't expecting it because I thought the series was dead. I'm also curious who's developing it because Alpha Dream closed a few years back. The animation looks great. Much like how the Thousand Year Door remake was Paper Mario's "oh, we're so back" moment, this could be Mario and Luigi's "we're so back" moment. But I have to admit, I'm worried about this game. The state of this series was pretty bad leading up to Alpha Dream's closure. Paper Jam was a disappointment, and I don't think people liked the two remakes we got. So hopefully this game doesn't suffer the same fate as those. But so far, looking at Brothership right now, the series could be in a good spot. It's funny how over a year ago, Mario RPGs were seemingly dead, outside of Mario and Rabbids somehow. But now we got two great remakes and a new installment coming soon. Man, I hope this game is good because we are at a turning point for Mario RPGs. November 7th will make it the third one within a year, and I don't think anyone is mad about that, especially if it slaps. We saw Nintendo World Championship NES edition again. As cool as that limited edition is, I'm going to be honest, I don't care about this game for two reasons. One, I don't have the most nostalgia for the NES. I didn't grow up with it, so this game would be way more appealing to me if it was N64 games. Hell, even Super Nintendo would be way more exciting for me because of two. I'm kind of sick of NES nostalgia baiting. We've been doing it since like the Wii, and I would like us to move on to the next console, please. Fantasia Neo Dimension has a lot of talent behind it, but something about it seems off. I can't explain it. Maybe it's because a lot of things look like they're green screened. I just got a bad vibe from this trailer. It's out this holiday, so if I'm wrong, we won't have to wait too long. Basketball is coming to Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm shocked that this game is being updated. Question, viewer at home, do you have this game? Do you know anyone who's played this game? I assume that this was only really bought by families or people collecting Switch games. I don't think I know anybody who has it. To me, it always seemed like a very poor version of Wii Sports. Mostly because the Joy-Cons are nowhere near as good as a Wii Motion Plus. But I guess it did well enough to get a free update 2 years after it came out. Mio Memories in Orbit seems cool, but that was the only thing that the trailer got out of me. The models in Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports legit look like a DS game. That's all I have to say about it. Moving on to Donkey Kong Country returns again. It's kind of bizarre that they're porting this game for a second time. On one hand, it's good that all the 3DS content is freed from the hell that is buying 3DS games in 2024. But on the other hand, why? I really hope it's because a new Donkey Kong game is on the way and this is them trying to build hype around the series. When franchises have filler games like this before they announce the main game, it's always confusing. Even weirder is that it's coming out next year. I guess they need something to fill out that January slot. I don't really care for the Dragon Quest games, but do you know what I do care about? The HD 2D art style. And the Dragon Quest III remake, man. This is so pretty. If I was a Dragon Quest fan, I'd be popping off so hard right now. Especially because they're also remaking the first two games. This is what I wanted the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters to be, man. This is so perfect and will be a wonderful way for new players to try out these classic RPGs. 3 is out November 14th, and the other two are out next year. The Funko Pop game is the most cursed thing I've ever seen. No joke, that trailer was so funny to me. Like, why the hell are we talking about Battlestar Galactica during a Nintendo Direct in 2024? A solid lineup of games are coming out on NSO. Link to the Past, Plus 4 Swords, and Metroid Zero Mission are hype. Both are wonderful remakes on GBA. Turok and Perfect Dark are both exciting too. I hope there's other M games coming to NSO, because it would be really weird if they made a whole ass app just for those two games. Oh, that means Conker's coming to NSO at some point. The low-key most hype announcement from the Direct was the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Finally, after so many years, MVC2 is freed from the Xbox 360 store and is playable on modern hardware. There's other stuff in the collection that's cool, I guess, but let's be realistic, we're all picking this up for MVC2. I just hope this means that MVC4 is somewhere in Capcom right now. Dude, I really want a new game in this series, like, so bad. Look at the art. Look how hot it is, dude. I just really want a new Marvel, baby. I'm buying this game just so we can get a fourth one. Make it happen, Capcom. Super Mario Party Jamboree is kind of weird. Not really what I wanted out of this series at all. Not just because going back to Super Mario Party feels kind of weird right after Superstars. It's weird because they're seemingly returning minigames and confirmed returning boards from older Mario Party games. So I think Superstars was going to get DLC like the rumors were saying, but it was canceled and pushed into this game, especially because the returning boards are from the first two games. And yet Switch Sports gets an update 2 years later. It's out October 17th. And I'm not that excited for it. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom looks amazing. Finally, a game where we get to play as Zelda. It looks like it's trying to blend the player expression that we get from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild with a more 2D linear game. At least that's the vibe I got from it. I really like the idea of copying almost every prop in the game and being able to use them to traverse, beat enemies, or solve puzzles. Being able to spawn enemies too will be very exciting. You already know that this game is going to end with Zelda summoning an army of Links to beat up the final boss. It seems like such a lock. It's either going to be that, summoning an army of Zeldas, or summoning an army of bosses. I wonder if you're going to be able to spawn in bosses anyways. I'm a bigger fan of 3D Zelda, but everything behind this game gets me excited. September 26th is very close, and it's launching with a Switch Lite that looks super cool. I want to talk about Ace Attorney Investigations for one reason. I'm too lazy to look it up, but I feel like the entirety of this series is playable on Switch, and if that's true, can they give us a new game? I don't remember when the last truly new game was, but I feel like we're due for one. The 100-line Last Defense Academy is the most Danganronpa looking game ever. No joke, I wasn't even shocked when they said it was from the same creators. I will most likely not play this game, but I know this studio has a passionate fan base, so this will do decent. Romancing Saga 2 Remake caps out the many Square Enix titles at this direct. Going to be honest, I only know this series exists because it has a lot of songs in Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line. I doubt that I'll end up playing or seeing this game again. Roughly around this point in the direct, I think Hollow Knight fans realized that we weren't getting Silk Song news. So sorry for you guys. I hope you get it soon. But what they closed the direct with was way more hype for Nintendo's audience though. After 2,000 plus days since the last trailer, I wish I was joking, we finally got to see Metroid Prime 4 with its brand new subtitle, Beyond. Not gonna lie, I kind of just assumed this was Prime 2 remastered at first. Scanning is back, so we're so back, boys. We didn't get a lot to see outside of that, which makes sense because it is their One More Thing game. But I liked what we saw. It comes out next year, which means it could be getting the Breath of the Wild cross-gen treatment. I guess we'll have to wait and see what their next system is going to look like before we get that answer. For a late console direct, this was pretty good. I'm shocked that there was so much in here that so many people got excited about. 2 new Mario games, 1 new Zelda game, and 1 new Metroid game in the same direct is wild to see. The original big 3 all showed up and had massive impacts. This direct really feels like the Switch's swan song. It's nice to know that this wonderful system is going out with a bang. No Genealogy of the Holy War remake sucks. I thought that was a lock. I'm really starting to believe that that game doesn't exist. Do you agree? Think I'm an idiot? Comment down below. Dislike the video if you also forgot to hit the record button on your camera and didn't notice it until halfway through this video, so now you have to redo the intro. And subscribe for more content. Follow me on other platforms if you want. Take care, guys.